Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're going to be watching this video from. This is Mazi Ochawoto. If you're meeting me for the first time, I'm a coffee expert. I'm working here in Dubai. So in my previous videos, I have taught people on how to make some kinds of cocktails. Of course, it's not only cocktails you're going to learn mocktails, which are basically without alcohol. But today, I'll be talking about coffee. Now, before we start, I want you to know, what is coffee? What is the origin? What is the history behind coffee? It's quite unfortunate I don't have the machine now, yes, to take you guys on the practical level of it. But I'm gonna just be telling you, I have made a video showing you the ones I'm gonna be talking about tonight. Alright, so history about coffee. Coffee was first discovered in Ethiopia, 14th century to 15th century ago. It's a long way, huh? Okay. According to the story, of course, I was not there. It's just a bean. Just get this. A coffee is a bean. So the farmers realized that their goat or their sheep, which they took to the farm, ate some kind of cherry bean and they become energetic. So the monks around there took the beans. I'm just trying to take you guys a little bit history. They took these beans, they brewed it in a traditional way, like they cooked it and they drank it. They realized they couldn't sleep. It kept them strong, energetic, and they stayed awake all night. So from that, the coffee began to spread to the Arabic Peninsula and so forth. Today we have this coffee. So coffee is originated from Africa, Ethiopia to be precise. All right. Many people think or avoid to drink coffee because of caffeine. Yes, coffee contains caffeine, and that is why it gives you energy. What gives energy is the caffeine content of the coffee. And if I may say, caffeine is not really so bad as people always say. Caffeine is bad. Okay, it just depends on the quantity you take. But I don't want to be going much on this. I want to just explain to you that the first extraction of coffee, if in the modern time, we now use machines to extract coffee. In the olden days, they grind the coffee, they cook it, they sieve it, right? They just drank it. Yeah, but now we've got coffee machines of different types. So when you have coffee machines, it is not made easy. You're gonna be cooking straight from the machine, which is already calibrated. Depends on the kind of machine you're using. Now we have got grinder, we have got the coffee machines, we've got the tampers, we've got the USB. Everything about coffee is completed. So now let me talk about the first extraction of coffee. It is called Ristretto. You know, people think that the first extraction of coffee is espresso. It is never espresso. The first extraction from a coffee bean is Ristretto. And what is Ristretto? It's just restricted. It's a kind of Italian word. It means minimized. It means shortened. It means less amount of water content. Okay. You can use the same grounds of espresso, so the same ground of coffee bean you use in espresso. For instance, the normal grounds for a coffee bean for espresso is 14 to 18 grams, right? Okay. The same 14 to 18 grams, you can use it to extract your restrictor. Now, the difference is the timing and the quantity. Of course, the restrictor is more concentrated. Let's say, for instance, if in espresso, it takes you 30 seconds to extract espresso. In the restrictor, it takes you 10 to 15 seconds to extract. What does that mean? It means the coffee is not concentrated. It is really balanced and the taste is really amazing. Of course, less caffeinated. Why? Because it didn't have full extraction. So if you want to make a restrictor, the tamping should be a little bit strong. Why? When you tamp strong, it helps in pulling out the original concentration of this coffee. But when you're making an espresso, you don't need to put pressure in your tamper. Let's say you're using the manual tamper. But if you're using the semi-automatic one, the one you just need to draw this way, it means you just need to make it 1 or 2 times. Possibly you can also make it 3 to just get a very nice concentrated extract. So in a restrictor, the first video I'm attaching to this video I'm making, it's only 10 to 50 seconds. And in terms of ml, it can be around 15 to 20 ml of coffee. Now, espresso is full extraction. It can come from 25 to 30 seconds extraction. It is bigger in quantity because there's more inflow of water. Remember, in the restrictor, it is less inflow of water. You are just trying to minimize, like I just told you, minimize the amount of water in the coffee. So you're getting a more concentrated shot in the restrictor. And Ristretto can be single, it can be double as well. So now let's go to the double espresso. Let's go to the espresso. The espresso is what? If you extract 15 seconds for the Ristretto, in the espresso you extract 25 to 30 seconds. How? It means, okay, it means there's a lot of inflow of coffee in your shot glass. So it is more, it's another concentrated, it has water, and it also has more caffeine. It is not always so, it's a little bit bigger than the Ristretto. Now, in a double espresso, you can also have in espresso, you can also have single and also have double espresso. Now, let's go to doppio. People confuse themselves with doppio and double espresso. Doppio and double espresso, they are all the same. I hope I get it. So after you have the Ristretto now, you have the double espresso, which is the doppio. Then you have what we call Americano. What is Americano? Americano is espresso with water. People extract with, they put water, then they put the espresso. Also, if you don't want to put water, you can also do what we call Americano Longo. It means Longo means long extraction. It's like you want it more concentrated and you also want quantity. So in the when you're trying to make Americano Longo, you use the button that allows the water to flow continuously to when or to the amount of content or the quantity you actually want. So we call this coffee base. What I have just explained doesn't have milk. Remember, I just talked about the Ristretto, which is the first extraction, the espresso double or single, the doppio, which is still a double espresso, and I talk about Americano, and I also talk about the Americano Longo. After this, now we can begin to talk about milk base. And the first one in the category of the milk base, we call it what? I don't know. Watch for the next video. I will continue from there to explain more. And I also attach some more video practicals for you to know what I'm talking about. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is Master Child on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Let's grow together. Let's learn together. Thank you.